Feeling overwhelmed by fear and anxiety? This is the story of Natasha and how 11 simple steps guided her back to herself. For a long time, her world felt small, defined by the walls anxiety built around her. The morning light filtered through the curtains, gentle and soft. Natasha sat on the edge of her bed, staring at the clock on the wall. It was 6:30 a.m., but the world outside seemed distant, as though she were caught up in a visualized bubble of her own thoughts, each one racing and spiraling out of control. Her chest felt tight, her breath shallow, as if the weight of the world was pressing down on her, suffocating her. It had been like this for weeks now, her heart always on edge, her mind consumed with worry. She didn't know when it had all started, but it felt like fear and anxiety had wrapped themselves around her, holding her prisoner. The sense of dread was ever present, pulling her deeper into a place she wasn't sure she could escape. Last night had been the worst. She had tried to sleep, but her mind refused to let her. She kept scrolling mindlessly through her phone, looking for a distraction, but nothing worked. The thoughts kept coming, relentlessly, faster and faster. Natasha wanted to shut it all out, to hide away from it, but deep down she knew she couldn't keep running. She couldn't ignore it anymore. So, this morning, she made a decision. It wouldn't be easy, but she would start taking small steps to face this head-on. She wouldn't try to fix it all at once, but she would make a choice to take control, one breath at a time. She stood in front of the mirror, her reflection staring back at her. For the first time in a while, she allowed herself to just be. No judgments. No pretending. Just her with all the fears, doubts, and uncertainties. She closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and exhaled slowly. She repeated it a second time, then a third, and something shifted. A slight loosening in her chest. A small but powerful reminder that, even in moments of fear, she could breathe. "I'm scared," she whispered to herself. "And that's okay." For so long, Natasha had tried to outrun her fear, suppress it, hide from it. But now, in this quiet moment, she understood something. Fear wasn't the enemy. It was the resistance, the refusal to face it that had been the struggle. Acknowledging it didn't make her weak. It made her human. She took another deep breath, pressing her feet firmly into the ground beneath her. The world felt loud, the pressure never fully disappearing, but for the first time she was rooted. In this moment, standing in her room, she was anchored. The world outside could keep spinning, but she had found a small piece of stillness within herself. It was messy, unfiltered, but that was okay. She didn't need to have everything sorted yet. Writing down her fears, her worries, allowed her to face them, to see them for what they were. They no longer felt so daunting on paper. She didn't have to solve everything right away, she just had to acknowledge it, one thought at a time. The overwhelming tasks, the endless worries, they didn't have to be tackled all at once. She could take it step by step. One task, one small decision, one phone call, one email. Today, she would focus on that. Just one thing at a time. She didn't need to conquer everything. She only needed to move forward, even if it was just an inch. But Natasha knew that it wasn't enough to just break things down. She needed to remind herself that she could do it. She closed her eyes and visualized herself walking into work, standing tall, confident. She could see herself achieving her goals, completing tasks with calm clarity. It wasn't a fantasy, it was a possibility. It was something she could hold on to. "I am enough," she spoke aloud to herself, her voice quiet but strong. The words felt foreign at first, but with each repetition, they began to settle in. She was enough just as she was. She didn't need to be perfect. She didn't need to be anything but herself. Natasha moved to the kitchen, preparing a cup of tea. She allowed herself this small moment of care, something simple, something that could remind her she was worthy of peace. As the warm steam rose from the cup, she felt a quiet warmth fill her chest. This was hers. This was self-care, not as a luxury, but as a necessity. She deserved this moment, this simple act of kindness to herself. She thought about the pressure she had placed on herself over the years, the constant push for perfection, the need to get everything right, all the time. But today, she let go of that. It was freeing, and in that freedom, she found a sense of relief. Perfection wasn't the goal. Doing her best, being present, was more than enough. Later, Natasha picked up the phone and called a friend, someone she trusted. She hadn't realized how long it had been since she had simply talked, laughed, shared something light. But today, she reached out, and in that connection, she felt her burden lighten. She didn't have to carry it alone. There was no shame in needing others. By the time she stood by the window, the sun beginning to set, Natasha had come to realize something profound. Fear wasn't something that could be wished away or ignored, but it also didn't have to control her. It didn't have to define her. She could live with it, move through it, and still create the life she wanted. She could still step into the world, even with the weight of fear in her chest. The journey through fear and anxiety doesn't happen all at once. But each small step, each quiet victory, brings you closer to the peace you deserve. Natasha's path wasn't easy, but it was her own. She took a deep breath, as she always would, and walked forward step by step, moment by moment. Natasha's story is a reminder to breathe. Acknowledge the fear, feel it, but don't let it rule you. Ground yourself in the present, find stillness, even in the chaos. Take small steps, break the big, overwhelming tasks into manageable moments. Challenge the negative thoughts, replace them with reminders of your strength. Visualize success, not as a distant dream, but as something attainable. Speak positively to yourself, affirming your worth and power. Practice self-care. Take the time you need, no matter how small the act. Let go of perfectionism, knowing that good enough is a victory in itself. Seek support. Lean on those who help you carry the load. And trust the process. Change takes time, and growth is often quiet but constant. This is life's whispered moments. Until next time, cherish the sparks that light your heart and brighten your journey.